So, we are in the chapter of Indo-Pak relations, and I have already talked about the Indus Water Treaty of 1960 and the various dimensions of it, and it is the most successful treaty between India and Pakistan. Now, there were many issues emerged in between, but we could somehow, some of them we could settle, some of them we could not settle, but still the treaty is intact. Treaty has not failed. It is the most successful, and it has it survived many wars between the two countries, and still we are continuing with the treaty. That is the greatness of this treaty. World Bank negotiated and brokered it. So, in this particular video, I would like to talk about one such issue which came up between India and Pakistan, that is the Tulbul navigation project by India. So, the name of the project is Tulbul navigation project, or it is otherwise Pakistan call it as a Vular barrage project. Pakistan called it as Vular barrage project. So, simple thing, but still we were not able to agree on various aspects of it. That is why this particular discussion, and how it has emerged and what went wrong, that is what I would like to talk in this. So, this Vular barrage or Vular lake is a 74 square kilometer. Vular lake is a 74 square kilometer size. Okay, it is the largest freshwater, one of the largest freshwater lakes in India. It is a freshwater lake. In fact, this is an oxbow lake. It is an oxbow lake, and it is located on river Jhelum. It is located on river Jhelum, oxbow lake. See, what is an oxbow lake? See, when the river meanders, meandering of the river take place. So, if the river is meandering like this, say it is flowing and going out like this. In some cases, sometimes this kind of a this sharp bend can result in this lake. Oxbow lake is also known as a cut-off lake. So, imagine a scenario whereby something like this, if the river is flowing, okay, and after some time if they merge together, and so if the river after some time, if this is flowing like this, if the river start flowing like this after some time, and leaving behind this portion as a lake, because and maybe during the flood season water entered to this lake, water is fed into that lake only during the flood season, otherwise the main river started flowing like this now. So, this kind of a cut-off lake, and it is almost similar to that, that is the Vular lake. And if you look at the map, you can see that. Let me just show you the Vular lake, Jammu and Kashmir, and you can see Kashmir and Srinagar, and you can see this is the Vular lake. So, you can see the shape itself along river Jhelum. Vular along river Jhelum, and Jhelum is ultimately flowing into say Pakistan. Okay. So, it is flowing through Srinagar and then take a U-turn and then flowing into Pakistan. So, the same thing, let me just show you. So, this is how it looks like. River Srinagar, and this is where the Vular lake is there. This U-shaped or other along the river, you can find this 74 square kilometer area, one of the largest freshwater lakes in India. It almost 40% of the fish catch in Jammu and Kashmir is from this. And after that, after the river leaves Vular, okay, after the river leaves Vular, and when when it is, there are two towns. One is Sopore Another is Baramulla. Baramulla is in the border. Baramulla. So, between Sopore, there are two towns along this river, Sopore and Baramulla, and it is a 22-kilometer stretch, 22 kilometers between Sopore and Baramulla. And this portion, see, this is a mountainous region, hill, with the Himalayas and everything, it's a very hilly region. But this river, in this stretch between Sopore to Baramulla, it is navigable. It is a navigable stretch. It's a navigable stretch. That means no waterfalls or no rapids and all in that river. And it is a easy communication. It's a navigable river. If it is navigable, naturally traveling between the two towns are very easy because of the peculiar terrain of the region. So India, but only problem in this river is, during the lean season, when there is not enough waterfall, especially the winter season, the depth of the water is less. The depth is only around 2.5 feet. But 2.5 feet water is not sufficient for navigation. We need around 4 feet of water for navigation. So that we can feet of water for navigation. So what are we looking forward? We are looking forward for navigation, boat service, navigation in the river. And it requires a minimum of 4 feet depth of water. So that is why we are calling it as a Tulbul navigation project. So we want to start navigation, all season navigation between Sopore and Baramulla, and that is why it is called Tulbul. And to achieve this, what we have identified is, we would like to construct a small barrage, at the mouth of the lake, because already a lake is there. So we want to construct a barrage along the mouth of the river, mouth of the lake. We would like to construct a barrage. Okay, construct a barrage along the mouth of the river, a barrage along the mouth of the river. So in order to do this, we decided to construct a 439 feet long barrage at the mouth of the lake, so that it can store some extra water, and during the winter season we would like to release that water around 4,000 cusecs of water, cubic meter per second. 4,000 cusecs means cubic meter per second water, so that around 4 feet depth of the water is there between Sopore and Baramulla, and in the process it will add to around 30,000 acre feet of water. In the process, some additional storage of around 30,000 acre feet of water will be there in the lake. But please remember, as per the Indus Water Treaty, it was very clearly mentioned that India can store 10,000 acre feet of water for Srinagar, for the drinking water purpose of Srinagar and the irrigation in the surrounding region. But that is only 10,000. Now an additional 0.3 in a million acre feet, or 0.3 MAF, mean million acre feet of water, or 30,000 acre feet of water. So when we started construction, or rather we decided to construct this in 1985. And when Pakistan objected to this construction, we stopped the construction in 1987. So long history, 35 years of history now. So that 85 we started construction, 87 we stopped the construction. Pakistan objected to this project. We said it's a navigation project. We are not creating a new storage, already existing storage, we are only strengthening the storage, so that there can be water during the winter season, in the lean season, so that enough water for navigation purpose, that is the purpose. So now what is Pakistan's objection? Now coming to Objection by Pakistan. Objection by Pakistan. Pakistan has many count. Number one, India needs the concurrence from Pakistan. India needs concurrence from Pakistan. Pakistan also should be taken into confidence, because as per the Indus Water Treaty, any project, India needs concurrence from Pakistan, which we did not take, number one. Number two, Pakistan says it is a storage facility. It is storage facility. India is allowed to store only 0.1 million acre feet or 10,000 acre feet of water. 10,000 acre feet of water. But we are storing 0.3 million acre feet. 0.3 million acre feet. Sorry, 0.01. 0.01. I made a mistake. 0.01 million acre feet. Earlier also I think I said it wrongly. 0.03. 0.03 million acre feet or 30,000 acre feet. And here 0.01 acre feet. Sorry, million acre feet, MIF. So, India is permitted to have 0.01. Now, we are adding another 0.03. Pakistan says it is a storage against the very concept of, or it is against the principle of Indus Water Treaty, where in the western rivers, India cannot store water. Now, we are storing water. That is Pakistan objection. Number three, Pakistan is also fearing that they have in the in Pakistan, there is a triple canal project. There is a triple canal project in Pakistan, and it is linking Jhelum and Chenab with the Upper Barry Doab canal. They have a project to connect Jhelum and Chenab with the Upper Barry Doab canal. With the Upper Barry Doab canal. So, they have a project called Triple Canal Project. They are fearing that if India construct and store water in Vular, it will affect their Triple Canal Project. That is their fear, number three. And number four, Pakistan is also fearing that if India, during any war or anything, if India coordinate and release water, or India refuse to release water on time, this can be used for flooding or creating even drought in Pakistan. So, they are fearing that India can coordinate, and India can, if you accordingly, if you stop releasing water through the river from the canal, sorry, from the barrage, it can result in sudden scarcity of water in Pakistan, or if you suddenly release the whole water, it may flood Pakistan, and in a war-like situation, it can be very difficult for Pakistani army to manage. So, they are even fearing a war angle into it, by saying that India can result in, it can result in a security risk, where Indian army can take advantage. So, suppose stop the water, India stop the water and the river will get dry, Indian army can easily cross the river if there is an attack on Pakistan. And when Pakistanis try to do the same thing, we can flood the water, flood the river. See, that is a theoretical possibility, but you cannot be planning every time for all this. But Pakistan is fearing that this will be used for security angle also. India will be using this in the security angle, it may be used in a war-like situation. But India's argument is, what is India's argument? India said, you are unnecessarily calculating too much. India said, this is not to reduce any quantum of water. Number one, no reduction in water to Pakistan, because we are not diverting the water. See, a storage facility is for what? Storing and diverting the water. No reduction in water to Pakistan, no diversion of water. We are not diverting even a drop of water from it. We are only regulating the flow. And that too, we regulate such a way that you are getting water in the lean season. We are regulating such a way that Pakistan will get water in lean season. Pakistan will get water in the lean season. Will get water in the lean season. So, we are benefiting, we are helping you. It will get, you will get more water in the, and it will help in the Triple Barry, the Triple Canal project, or the Upper Barry Canal project also. In the Triple Canal project, it will help, it will have more water during the off season. It is a help for you. We are not diverting water, we are not storing, see, and moreover, India is insisting that this, it is not an additional storage facility. Already an existing storage facility is there. Volar is a natural lake. It is already there. We are not changing anything on that. We are only strengthening the storage of that such a way that it flows down to you. We are not diverting even a drop of water. And it's not a new storage facility at all. So there is no violation of the Indus Water Treaty. Because of all these things, we are claiming, or we are insisting, that there is no violation of Indus Water Treaty. That is what we are saying. We are not reducing the volume of the water. Only thing is that in the lean season we are providing you more water. So there is 100% allowed. So it is not a storage project in the first place. It's only a control project. Water is being controlled such a way that you get more water in the lean season, and in the process we can have navigation also. But Pakistan objected. So, but by 1991, we almost reached an agreement in October 1991, it seems. But then subsequently Pakistan withdrew from that. In February 1992, they changed its view. In 1991, we almost agreed. Pakistan, in February 1992, Pakistan introduced a new angle that India should give up or drop the Kishan Ganga project. At that time, we were talking about that. Pakistan insisted that to sign an agreement in Volar project, India should give up, India should terminate the Kishan Ganga hydroelectric power project. I will come to that separately, which India objected and said we cannot do that. And moreover, in 1991, the draft agreement, the only thing what was left was that regarding when, only contention was regarding the timing of the filling up the lake. So, what was the timing? Timing of the filling up of the lake. That was the only thing that is not agreed in October 1991. Timing was not fixed. So, what should be the timing for that? It was not decided, otherwise everything else were fixed. But in February 1992, Pakistan changed its position once again. Now they started demanding that India should drop the Kishan Ganga project, which India did not agree, and that is why no agreement has been signed, and even today the project is kept in abeyance. India stopped construction in 1987. So, it was a navigation project between Sopore and Baramulla, 22 km long. During the lean season, we wanted that boat service and all, but which Pakistan objected by saying that it is an additional storage, and they started claiming that it's a violation of the Indus Water Treaty. But India says it is not. We are not storing, we are not diverting, only regulating the flow a bit for lean season, which Pakistan objected. We have no military design in this, but Pakistan is coming up with a military design also. They are saying India can stop the flow of water suddenly. Indian army can cross the river very easily, and when they cross, they can even flood the water again, flood the river once again, which can create problems for the Pakistani troops. So, they have their own fantasy regarding all these things. So, the end result is this Tulbul navigation project is stalled. We have not progressed. Pakistan call it as the Volar barrage project, we call it as the Tulbul navigation project, but ultimately no progress since 1987. We are yet to come to an agreement between India and Pakistan in this. So, it's a dispute, or rather we have not moved forward in this as of today. So, that is about the Tulbul